So Travis Scott continues to break records, now holding the title of the #1 most entered sneaker raffle of all time, which is just absolutely insane. Later in the episode, we're also going to take a look at the Complex's best sneakers of the 21st century list. We're going to break it down, give you our thoughts. Should be pretty fun.
Besides that, there's a few drops we need to talk about. The Air Max 95 Kith. We have a first look at the Nike Book 2. And Kith, again, is back with Marvel, which I'd already tossed in my pre-order. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
So apparently we had zero chance of copying the new Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of bummed about that because I thought they looked great. Literally the day before, Anna was scrolling on Instagram and an ad for the Travis Scott showed up on her feed. And she said, "Ooh, I like those. Get me those." And I said, "Well, I don't know about all that. We can enter and try, but neither of us hit, of course." So that was a bummer.
You know what? I've kind of learned my lesson because I entered the raffle like everyone did, apparently. And I almost sent it to Abby to enter as well. And you know what? I was like, the chances of me winning this are probably zero. So I'm not even going to waste her time. And something must have been hitting at the back of my mind. 4.4 million raffle entries. I wonder how many of those are bots.
Oh, you know. So
got to be at least 1 million, right? And I don't
I'm sure.
I mean, it might be like 3 million. That's the one thing we don't know. 4.4. Okay. According to business outlet Bloomberg News, 4.4 million legitimate entries were submitted on Saturday.
Interesting.
Said it was held by the other Travis Scott shoe, the Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha. 3.8 million raffles on the sneakers app.
Oh my god!
So
dude.
He broke his own record.
That's
if anyone,
insane.
I guess this basically knocks us off by saying we can't say that Travis Scotts are dead with Nike because
they definitely aren't, dude. And I guarantee, like, this has nothing to do with the Fragment cosign either. People just want a Travis Scott Jordan 1 that looks good because, you know, like the Canaries or the Elkins Highs, like those aren't as popular as the other ones because it's a bit of a different colorway. I'm sure we'll kind of see the same thing with the pink pair that comes out next year. But like anything that's super monotone, basic, easy to wear, people are going to do backflips over, dude. And the resale price is already insane on these. I think my size 9.5 is like $2,000 already. And that's just, I'm like, no way. No way, dude. But I do want a pair.
I think I think the Fragment cosign had a little bit too, because there's been so many, like for me at least, like there's been so many Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows, like the Phantoms, the Canary Yellows, all those. And I kind of just like I'm noticing it. Like they'll probably resell, but it's like, it's not like a priority. But then I saw the Fragment and I was like, yeah, I should probably enter for this. Like they're probably going to be reselling. And so I feel like everyone's kind of thinking about it. Like, should I enter for this one? And then you put a little extra sauce on it. And then they're like, all right, I should probably enter on this one. And that's where it blew it out of the water.
That is a good point. I for some reason, I was not expecting it to be reselling that much because I feel like a lot of people weren't even into the shoe. A lot of people, like the amount of comments I saw being like, these are whack. Like, these are boring. I don't want them. I was like, I mean.
Yeah, but then they entered for them, so.
They always do. They always do, man. But yeah, it's kind of a hard one because even if I did hit in my size, it would be very difficult to not just dump them for 2 bands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It's tough out here. It's tough out here. Not even sneakerheads can get them.
I would definitely dump them. I can't get myself to wear a $2,000 pair of shoes, especially with winter coming around. Don't make sense.
It don't.
More. What, you gonna say something? You gonna add something?
Nope, you got it. Take it away.
I was gonna transition to something a little more interesting, a little more up my alley. The Kith Marvel collection that just dropped.
Yeah. This was so funny. We recorded last week's episode, and by the time we stopped recording, they were live on the site for like a pre-order or whatever that was.
Right after, and we basically were talking in the dark last week about, I wonder if it's a mystery box. I wonder if there's going to be a comic included or a card included. I wonder like what the colors look. And then like it was 30 minutes to an hour after like they opened up for pre-order. So I think it was
too early.
Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it's a pre-order for, you had to have Kith status, not the first tier, but the second or third tier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you looked into it at all. Let me pull it up.
I didn't. Here. I think it was just early access. I don't think it was pre-order. I used the wrong word, but
it was an early access. Yes. They're supposed to be shipping right now. My pair is a slight delay. I ended up putting in a pre-order, or not a pre-order, early access. But I think you had to have at least the tier 2 or tier 1 status with Kith, which I do, thankfully. I guess not thankfully, but I've spent so much money with them just on content and stuff. And speaking about Kith, shout out to the wife. Funny story I'll add later in the episode, but I'll just talk about this later when we do the little catch up. But,
okay.
Yeah, so I put in a pre-order for this shoe. There's a lot more on that story that I got to get into, but I put in my pre-order on November 11th. So that was already 8 days ago. It said 7 to 10 days shipping. I got an email a couple days ago that was like, "Hey, just be aware, like might be a little delayed on shipping," which I'm fine. Like whatever. It wasn't a pre-order. It was an early access. But I put in the order for the main pair, the Iron Man and the Mega Man, and I'm pumped. It was very expensive at $450. So
yeah.
It little pricey, hurt a little bit. Here's the pair that I put in. The red pair is sick. I feel like I have a lot of red shoes here now with like red and pink. I have the Piggy Runners, the Shake James. Now I got these. Like I kind of got my red trainers good to go here. But this pair is sick. The unboxing, I'm very excited for. Anytime you put a special box in there, I'm a sucker. Count me in for it. Yeah, these are super cool. I think the Iron Man pair is maybe my favorite. I just funny another side tangent, but I used to have like a Shutterfly account, and I got an email the other day like, "Hey, you still have photos uploaded here?" And I was like, "Oh, I do not remember that at all." And they're like, "You need to make a purchase within 18 months for you to like have access to them." So I went on there, and it was from like my iPod from like 2010 to 2013 when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. And I took one day I took a bunch of photos of my bedroom, which is super sick because I was like archiving my bedroom when I was 11 years old. Yeah. And I had this big Iron Man 2 poster in the background. And I always remember going to Iron Man 1 with my dad. Like it was just one of those movies that was like, got me into Marvel. So the Iron Man Asics, I love it. Plus, I think they're pretty cool.
Sick.
So
I agree. I was I'm not gonna lie, like a little disappointed by the rest of the collection, at least footwear wise. Like the Mega Man, Iron Man looked the best to me. All the others, I was kind of 50-50 on. And the crazy thing is, all the others are still sitting on the Kith website, like right now.
Are they really?
Yeah, I was checking it last night because I was curious. I saw someone else post them, and
let me look.
They're pretty much full size run, just kind of chilling. So
really?
I don't know, and that's another one. I saw a lot of comments of people being like, the collection itself is great, the footwear pretty lackluster.
So like looking at it right now, the Iron Man did sell out. Yep, I figured that one. The other 2-pack, which is the Captain America, this pair right here, and the Guile, Guile, I think I'm saying that right. That is currently sitting full size run. Yep. The Wolverine pair, I thought that was pretty sick. Metallic hits, all black, pretty low key, but I feel like we have seen a lot of metallic on Asics pairs, especially like silver metallic. So these are sitting full size run. And then this pair, the Ryu, RYU, super simple. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. This pair is sold out now currently.
Oh, it is.
Which this one was one of the cooler ones. I thought the The box was pretty cool. They basically
just
did
that white canvas on the base of the shoe.
It's like, different. It's interesting. It's different. I love. It's very like protection pack, kind of some raw edging. The insoles look cool. Yeah, I think namesake was not really people were going for, except the Spider-Man or the Iron Man. But this pair is definitely the most unique. And then the packaging, stellar as always.
Yeah.
The single pairs come in like a split box. So this is the double pack. It's a massive box. The shipping box is going to be ridiculous. But each pair has basically a split design. So you get the left shoe in one half of the box and the right shoe in one half of the box. And then it opens up like a book. Tons of graphics, ton of really cool details. The unboxing experience is going to be sick on it, which it should be for $450. But yeah, and there is a mystery element too. They did comics. I watched Ronnie did a little story on it. How there's, I think when JLP was there, they talked about it and they had all the comics out on a table. And it's like there's certain variants you can get, which is cool. I think that these models are better than the last couple of collections. I feel like the colorways are not necessarily the best. The first one was the best executed. I just did not like the models. The second one was sick models, but like the execution like just kind of fell away. And this one's kind of like 75% there.
Yeah. So I was bummed because these are probably my like top 3 favorite Asics models right now. And I was like, oh, but I don't know. I'm super basic when it comes to Asics. That rhymed. So if it's not, it's like, it's got to be a boring looking shoe for me to love it, which is so lame, but that's just me. I'm sure shipping will take a while too, because I don't know why Kith is.
It said 7 to 10 days, so
they're kind of slow. See. Oh, I hit on the Chicago lows through Kith actually.
Ooh.
And those haven't even shipped yet, so I'm kind of just waiting for that. But that's another shoe
on those.
That's sitting everywhere right now. I entered on Sneaker Politics and lost, so I went to Kith, entered, and now they're just sitting for retail on Kith too. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Makes me excited.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
This cool is one that I was not expecting at all. This popped up last night and I woke up. I usually put my phone down for the night at like 9 o'clock, hop in bed, watch some Seinfeld, go to bed, and woke up and my entire Instagram feed was this. The Nike Book 2 released last night. Didn't release, leaked, was shown. And before I went to bed, let me see if I can find it. They did a little... He was like featuring a book 1, but it was like a burned pair. I don't know if you saw this at all.
I don't know if I saw that. I saw a video
Nike
of him
Book
talking
1.
about the shoe, and I also saw 2 different versions of the book 2. Oh, talk about these.
He posted these on a story last night. It was like a video of, he's probably still got it, so let me pull it up. It was a video of him basically having one of his book 1s lit on fire. Here's the story. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was this pair. And I was like, all right, and what do we got cooking here? Literally cooking.
Nice.
And they're calling it the final chapter. He's torching the last colorway. It's a torched pair, but it's basically a tan canvas pair, but then it looks like charcoal was slapped on certain parts of it. The swoosh has a little charcoal on it. It looks like it was burned. There's only 1,996 pairs of these the year he was born. These are sick. They almost look like a roasted marshmallow.
Interesting. So it's like a triple white version of the Black Label pair that came out, because those were limited to the year he was born too. That's interesting.
Very similar to that. So this was posted last night. And then I was like, all right, like, cool. This is going to be cool. We could talk about it on the podcast. I think he wore them while he was warming up. Like, really cool. And then woke up, and the book 2 was all over my feed in 2 different colorways. I think we'll have both of them here. If we don't, we'll find the other one. But this is the book 2 in the Phoenix-inspired colorway.
It's pretty cool. I don't know if you... Well, I saw like a few articles sort of breaking it down. So the upper is based on like the Zoom Spiridon, and the midsole is basically an Air Force One. There is a second version of the shoe. I'm assuming both are going to be dropping, but the one we're looking at has more of a molded one-piece upper. You have sort of just like the indentions of the Zoom Spiridon, but the second pair is literally that shoe. It's got mesh on the upper. It's got like the toe cap that the Spiridon has. It was the exact same colorway as like the blue, silver, metallic. And those looked great. Looked like a killer lifestyle shoe. This looks like a performance version of the Book 2, which it's kind of nice to have both. One that looks way more lifestyle focused and one that's way more performance, but the exact same shoe. I couldn't find any other images of that. I think it was just someone randomly showed it off on Instagram. No blogs picked it up, but it's kind of cool. It's a slimmer upper than the Book 1 as well, which I kind of like because the Book 1 was very, very snug on foot. I couldn't wear them in my size, but what do you think about the Book 2?
It's interesting. It's very interesting. So, yeah, like you said, we have two different models. One's more of a lifestyle, one's more performance-based. I like that you said it that way because I know his big intention with the Book 1 was make it both and make it a pair that you could wear off the court. And so that is definitely what I see this first pair. The black pair, it's more of a understated, less of a back heel padding, so it's less support. Really interesting, like magma looking midsole. The swoosh looks like it's on fire. The outsole is like an icy, semi-translucent. I love it. It looks really, really cool. And then the performance pair, it's cool because it's in this colorway. And I know that the Book 1, like they did some of the best colorways I've ever seen on a pair of shoes. But I just feel like it's not like super defined. I feel like it almost looks like a LeBron. It almost looks like a KD. Like the design language is not the most special or different from other Nike signature shoes besides the fire swoosh. And like, obviously this colorway looks really cool, but I like the black pair. I think that this is going to be more popular of the two versus the performance model because you could definitely hoop in these two. So
I definitely agree. I just added a link to the document too. This is what the other version looks like. The one I saw was blue, so it wasn't the red one, but oh yeah, every ad pop up in the world. Let's go, House of Heat. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is, I got Home Depot. Did I like click on a spam link or something?
I don't know. It did the same thing when looking I clicked at it. Too.
Yeah, that was absolutely atrocious. I'm just going to not scroll on this. But yeah, okay, so if you look at the mock-ups right here, this looks like the pair that was shown last night or an early sample of it. So I feel like this might be a rendition that we get of this. Might be a rendition, the Spiridon, basically rip off of the new shoe. And I know that he's done that with, like, we saw the Air Max Neon 95 in the Book 1. We saw the Chevy Book 1. We saw so many different variations of the Book 1. So
very
interesting.
Curious.
I was not expecting this rollout. Like, it just kind of happened.
It's very last minute, dude, because same. I was putting together the notes last night and literally timeline flooded with this. It's pretty cool, though. I need some more recognizable colorways that give it, a better look.
How do we think they're going to do the rollout of these? Because the Book 1 was a blunder. He wore like 10 PEs before there was any pair available to the public.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a big All-Star Weekend drop with this. Because All-Star Weekend's like, 3 months away? I can't imagine we get this shoe before that. But,
true.
They may do, because I think for the Book 1, they did
All-Star
a few
Weekends
little activations.
in LA, right?
LA, yeah.
San Francisco?
LA this year. San Francisco last year, yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could see it.
It's pretty cool though. Like
It is cool.
the apparel collection, the case it comes in.
Not a whole lot there, but looks like some blanks with some distressing and a few logos on it. But yeah, not bad. I'm excited. I'm glad they just kind of launched it.
Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully,
what's new with you?
This week, really just working, dude. We went to a last minute Dury concert like 2 nights ago, which was pretty sick. They're a kind of like a pop punk band that blew up on TikTok a few years ago. They got some pretty good songs, 2 good albums. So they hooked me and Anna up with tickets to see the show, which was super
fun.
rad. Outside of that, just a ton of pickups this past week. It's been actually insane. I think I have 8+ shoes, but I didn't even bring out all of them because I was like, whatever. But I'll talk about some of these. Homie Peter Very hooked up some more Brooks running shoes. There's 2 more pairs over there that I didn't want to bring out because I don't want to be holding 4 different running shoes, but these are sick. These are the ones that have like the whole flex plate in the middle. I guess they're like higher level performance running shoe. And then I think the glycerin 22s, another fun one just to break out on runs at use at the gym. So actually super stoked to break those out and just sort of see how Brooks running shoes actually are, because I've never run in a pair. If you saw my video yesterday, Sneaker Politics sent over their red snapper Adidas Harmony, and this one was super cool. The box showed up like later in the day, the night before, and I didn't open it because I was like, oh, the shoe is definitely in here and I want to get my live reaction on camera. So they just kind of sat in the box until I was able to set it up. But super cool. It's got this like salmon midsole, red snapper inspired upper with this sort of like fish scale looking ballistic mesh. Yeah, 2-tone midsole, really reminded me of a pair of Hoka's actually, but very excited to break them out, give them a shot. I had a few comments just being like, we have Hoka's at home. And I'm like, you're right. This does look exactly like a pair of Hoka's. Outside of that, I know you got these in too. Shake James, Addy Star Control 5, Cranberry. Had him on the podcast last week, which was awesome to just sit there and listen to the inspiration, the story, his journey, relationship with Adidas. Very cool shoe. They look better in person than I was expecting, because when I first saw the photos, we were both just kind of like, it's cool. It's a black and red shoe. I didn't realize how reflective these 3M panels that come in this burgundy are, which I think is sick. Like you said last week, open cell mesh, fire. Yeah, like they just look good on foot. And I was lucky enough to get number 404 out of 100 or out of 1,000, which, if you don't know, 404 Atlanta, one of our main area codes. So I was kind of hyped. I was like, it's meant to be. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if it was just random luck, but thought that was super sick. Last 3 over here. Have you seen these yet? SpongeBob.
Are those the SpongeBobs?
Yep. SpongeBob Adidas Frazier. I don't know what the name of the model is. I didn't realize that there's a white spot on the tip of both shoes, making it look like the pair he actually wears in the cartoon. Hilarious. Tons of cool details. You got a rejected driver's license for Bikini Bottom, which I think is like the coolest thing to add into the sneaker box.
That's awesome.
Lace tips matches socks. You have, what does it say? Loop-de-loop on the inside of the tongue, written as if it was written with a shoelace. I didn't even notice that until I started filming the review and I took out the insoles and I was like, oh, dude, I didn't even know that was a thing. Cool custom insoles and plankton squished on the bottom of the insole, which is hilarious to me. I love that. But kind of a cool shoe. I know they've dropped some non-collaboration versions of this model, but it really does look like a Stan Smith dress shoe boot type hybrid. I think if you throw some like cool suede, high quality leather, like this could be a really sick dress shoe, and I like them. Another pair we talked about last week, the Clot Adidas boot that is based on the Superstar. Has your pair came in yet? Mine was stuck in customs for a little bit.
I got mine. Yes.
What do you think about them? I'm curious. You're a boot guy. I feel like
I am a boot guy. Way
more
use
out of them than me.
I got the blue pair. I was really hoping for the brown pair, but I think
know
I'm
you
just
were
gonna pick up the brown pair. Yeah, they're really, really well built. They're more of a boot than a Stan Smith or a Superstar.
Right?
The outsole, insane traction. I mean, look at that. It's very like the Yeezy boots. The mud guard's pretty solid. You get a little patent leather strip. The toe box is more durable than I thought it would be, which I think the Superstar is like perfect for it because it's kind of like a exoskeleton blocking your toe. The upper has a insanely premium leather, which I was not expecting. Even if you feel it on the inside, it's the same leather that's on the outside. The tongue, incredibly nice. The back heel, the suede. These are absolutely insane. I'm hyped to review these, and these are definitely going to get some wear this winter. So,
same, dude.
Shout out to our man Gary from Complex. I'm stoked on these.
Hell yeah, dude. He hooked it up. I was super stoked, but now I'm bummed you didn't get the brown pair because I know that was the one you wanted. But also, like, you already have a nice pair.
Buy the brown pair because it's maybe I don't buy the brown pair because I have boots. Like I have Timberlands, I have Red Wings, I have my Kizik boots are brown. So maybe I just it forces me to get out of my safe space with brown and black.
That's what
boots,
I was thinking. It's something a little different.
They're sick. The materials are sick. So
it's one of those that I took out the box and just like stared at for 5 minutes straight, just looking at everything like, oh yeah, I'm such a nerd.
Same here.
I think these are so cool. Last shoe on the pickup list. These I'm so freaking hyped about. We talked about them last week on the podcast. Vans Off the Wall Vibram collection that just came out. This one covered in this floral sort of, grandma's couch look. You have some super thick, almost feel like wool cotton laces that just feel so nice in hand. Black leather on the toe, heel, Vans V, and you got these just little like rivets. But one thing I didn't notice until I got them, around the eye stays, you have these little like sapphire crystals around the laces, which just look so good on foot because it'll randomly catch your eye when the light hits it and you're like, I'm cool. It's one of those shoes that I just felt like a punk rock badass while wearing over the weekend and super excited to get some wear. No, dude, it really is. It felt like I was finally home and that was nice, but super cool shoe. Would highly recommend. I know you can pick them up a few different places, but scooped them from Sneaker Politics again right when they drop. So shout out to them, dude. They've been getting so many good drops and it's like actually easy to buy from them. So that's a plus. But that's pretty much it for me. Ton of stuff. What you got cooking this week?
Well, I got back in town on Sunday. Played some golf. Last Wednesday, I was in Laughlin, Nevada. Or Laughlin, I guess it's Nevada. It's right on the border of Arizona, too.
Yeah.
Got to play some golf. Played 3 days, Laughlin Ranch, super nice. I ended up getting my second hole in one, which was
that's crazy,
insane. It was. First 2 days didn't play like I played really good, but it's a 4-man scramble format and it's a money game, and we just didn't. Like I played good, but it's kind of the whole team's got to gel to be top 8 to get paid, and out of the 35 teams or 36 teams, I think it is, and played good, just not good enough. Day 2, I think we were one shot out of the money. And then day 3, we just were gelling and then got to hole number 3 at Laughlin Ranch. It was 188 yards, and we just were kind of in between clubs. Had the wind. It was in between a 7 and an 8 iron. I got my new irons. I'm kind of still dialing them in. They're flying about 15 to 20 yards farther than my old irons. So it's like I'm still kind of figuring them out. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to pull a 7 iron. I think with the wind and it was a little downhill, it's going to be perfect. Like it'll work out. And so a couple of our guys toss up to the pin, a little short. And then our old guy, Turk, his last name is JT Turk. We get up there and he's like, Charlie, how about you like stick it close here? And like we were playing pretty good. Like we were right in the money. We needed to kind of keep it rolling for the last 5 holes. And I don't know what made me say it, but I said, how about in before I hit it? And I called my shot, and I'll never say that again. I've never said it before. I called my shot. You can ask anybody in our group. It was pretty insane. I just got up there and I tossed it up there. It was looking real good. Kind of held the follow through, and it one hopped and rolled into the right, and of course lost it on the tee box. Freaked out, like group freaked out, and then insane, like freaking out. And it helped our team a lot for the money game as well, which was pretty sick. And then you kind of second guess it, and we saw it roll in, but it's like, did it really roll in? So then you drive down there, and I posted the video to my close friends of like me running down the hole, checking it out. Fine. It was insane. So yeah, the second hole in one, which is sick. My first one I got when I was 16 in high school with a couple buddies that like didn't realize how big of a deal it was. And didn't get to watch it roll in, just kind of heard it hit the pin and was like, oh, maybe it's in, and got in our high school yearbook for it. So that was pretty cool. But this one was like,
oh, that's dope.
Legit, like the best hole in one I think I'll ever have. So yeah. It was pretty cool. And then we finished out a couple birdies. We ended up making some money. So it was a lot of fun. So
that's why I would have killed to be there.
Yeah, it was,
that's all hype.
It was the best, man. It really was. So yeah, that was that made my year for sure. Golf's been incredible this year, and that just that made it. So, and then funny enough, we were in our league last night, our league for the simulators that we go to, and I ended up chipping in from like 80 yards and got a double eagle, made some skin money last night. So I'm kind of on a roll right now, which is like, it's now that winter's coming, it kind of sucks because I'm rolling right now. Yeah. But so it was a good weekend. I think I lost a few hundred at the casino. No luck there. I kind of used all my luck on the golf course, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
And then, got home, had a few cool packages. One of them was those clots that we just talked about. I also got the Shake James pair. Super sick. I have a review going out of those in the next week. I got Sneaker Politics, the shoes as well. I didn't even want to show them on camera because I didn't open the box. It's one of those that's like, nice. It's a sick unboxing, but you knocked it out of the park on the stuff you did.
Appreciate you.
And this is a new one that I don't think anybody's going to know unless they've watched your stuff. And I've talked to you about it a little bit too, but the Gully Labs, the Indian sneaker brand, they hit me up and they're like, hey, we'd love to send you some stuff. Just kind of get a feel for it. They're kind of breaking into the U.S. market. And I was like, all right, like, I feel like we get flooded with a lot of like shoe companies, like up and coming, and it's kind of few and far between the ones that are actually doing it and the other ones that are just kind of getting bootlegs from Alibaba and finding manufacturers and just kind of putting their twist on it. And like, there's a lot of those. And so I immediately went to their website before I responded, checked it out. I hit you up about it a couple weeks ago. And I was impressed. I was like, okay, they're definitely doing something different. It looks like a regular silhouette. Like there's nothing crazy there, but the entire side panel is embroidered. And this is one of the cooler models. They have some pretty basic models, but this is one of the models that I was like, all right, this is a shoe that I would wear. Like this is something that's different. The side panel is embroidered. The toe box has a cracked leather. If you look really closely, it's very similar to the Eshod Wear Dunks that have come out in the past that I'm still in the hunt for a pair of those. I wish I never sold them. The orange, the teal, midsole, not a lot of support or anything there, but it's a very minimal, low profile shoe that I'm excited to get on my feet and to review because I'm pretty impressed with the build quality of it. So this is a cool
that
one.
Colorway looks good. I love the shape of the toe box on that model is just like, I don't know. It slopes down, but then comes up again near the like back of your foot. It just looks really good. They kill it.
Yes.
They kill it.
So yeah, that phenomenal there. Otherwise, we got another season of volleyball league starting tonight. So pretty pumped about that.
Nice.
And then finally getting fiber internet as well on Friday. So it's the internet, it's been a nightmare, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm done with Xfinity. So
yeah,
just life stuff.
Who's fiber through?
I don't even know. It's just like fiber. Like I don't even know. So we'll find
out.
I know
they do. They have like AT&T does it. Google does it. I don't even know. I've had them all.
I think it's like an independent company. I don't even know.
That's cool. Probably easier to deal with too.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. Yep, exactly. But we just had a little package delivered. Maybe I'll grab that before the end of the episode and unbox it.
Definitely should.
All right, let's get into some news. We have quite a bit to cover. This first one I tossed in here above all the stuff you tossed in there. Our good friend Brendan Dunn over at StockX, he sent me this morning, and I texted him back. I was like, bro, this is perfect timing. We're about to record the podcast. This was one that I just did not see coming. I'm going to give my genuine, honest thoughts about it. I want to hear yours first. But this company, Kalshi, Kalshi, I think I'm saying that correctly, is partnering with StockX. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let me pull up their website. They are basically a predictions platform or a gambling platform, or basically you can gamble, if I'm not mistaken, and take your pick on literally anything. Is the Fed decision in December maintain rates or cut rates? Yes or no? You can put in money on it. There's $9 million on that. Time Person of the Year for 2025. AI or Jensen Husang, $3 million on that. 40% say like you can bet on literally anything. Will Trump release any of the Epstein files? Best AI this month. Number one person searched on Google. Oscar nomination for Best Picture. So you can predict anything. COVID's new variant, is this a concern? Yes or no? You can put money on it. Your $100 will turn into $683, or your 100 will turn into 106. So that's a long shot on that one.
Huh.
Well, StockX is working with them, and it's right at the top. You can now predict and put your money where your mouth is on Labubus as well as sneakers, and basically the pricing on them. So the one that they have featured on their main page right here is the average sales price of the Pop Mart Labubu, the Monsters Big Into Energy series, the 6 blind box on StockX this month. You can predict if it is going to be above $110, above $120, above $130, or above $140. And you can put your money where your mouth is and essentially gamble on it.
This is so interesting to me. I didn't know who this Kalshi, however you say it, was before you sent me this article. I didn't have a lot of time to like read through everything that was in the article, but that was a great overview of kind of just like the general idea. Okay, this is interesting. Average sale price of the Jordan 11 Retro Gamma Blue, above 260, above 240. Like that, I feel like could be interesting, and especially someone who's really into sneakers or really into like reselling sneakers. Like this is kind of, if that's you, like this is a great way just to kind of make a little extra money, do a little gambling if that's what you're into, and just kind of have fun with it. I don't see anything bad with it if it brings more attention to like the sneaker community, StockX as a whole. Sure, why not? I think it could be interesting.
It's very interesting. So you can gamble on anything. StockX, Excluding Nike, Jordan, and Adidas, who will be the top brand on StockX based on trades on Cyber Monday? I gotta say, Pop Mark, Lububu. It's got to be them. I don't see it being New Balance. I don't see it being Fear of God. I don't see it being Asics. We got to come back to these two because I'm kind of curious.
That would be cool.
Puma, you can bet on any of these. Pretty interesting.
I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, why not?
I don't see anything wrong with it. The only thing that's bugging me a little bit is the gambling.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a problem in the next couple of years if it's not already. We're getting so much of this stuff with the NBA, the NFL. Players are under investigation from the FBI and outside sources, basically, of them colluding with gambling in their own games. Mm-hmm. Terry Rozier, all these like undercover poker games, and it's like, and then they're talking about it, and they cut to commercial, and it's LeBron James working for DraftKings because DraftKings is the betting partner of the NBA. ESPN Bet, I believe, was just shut down because it's like they have issues with. It's just like, and I have friends I've never sports bet in my life besides like our family put $20 in for the Super Bowl, like squares, like pick your score at the end of the quarters. Like that's the only sports betting I've ever done besides like golf betting, where it's like I am in control of what happens to my money. If I'm playing good, it's all on me. And I like that kind of pressure because it makes me elevate my game, and that's super common. But sports betting where it's like I have no control over, like, bro, if I sports bet on the Minnesota teams, I would get torched. Every single one of them is terrible besides like the Timberwolves, but it's like I would get absolutely obliterated. And it's like I don't have the time of day to go like betting on stuff. And so it's like I know a lot of people do rain bet, all these different things. This is now you just can bet on sneakers and pop culture. So it's like if you're into betting, this is sick. For me, another way to burn money. So I don't know.
Likewise.
It's very interesting though. I did not see it coming. StockX, I just feel like remains at the top because they're always going into new markets, always adapting, whether this works or not. It's very interesting.
That's my thing. Like they're innovating and they're definitely trying new stuff.
More than anyone
cool
else. They just did live auctions for some shoes as well. Like, and I don't know what that's all going to entail. I didn't look into it too much, but they're always innovating. Always innovating. I think that they need to come out with a whatnot competitor, quite honestly. I think that live selling could be huge, and I feel like if they just implemented that into their platform and you could see the actual cost of a shoe based on the market that they're selling it for versus what there's so many different ways that you could implement it where I feel like you get a lot of market share because a big knock on whatnot, and I love whatnot, I've used it a lot, but a big knock is basically you freaking out and running the price up over the market. I see clips of it all the time on TikTok of like, especially in the card market for like low end cards, like you get a Shohei Ohtani for like $2 and it sells for 12. And the guy's like, it's way under market, blah, blah, blah. But like if you actually had the markets tied to the item on StockX of like, hey, here's last sale, here's highest bid. If you pay this for this, like, I don't know if it would work necessarily, but you could still get wholesaler deals for whatnot if you're selling. I just feel like that's if I could bet on the platform we were just talking about is whatnot coming out with a live selling platform, I would put all my eggs in the basket of yes. I think that they will eventually.
StockX. Yeah.
StockX coming out with a live selling platform, yes.
I would be into that too. I would be into that. And I have
zero because nobody has told me anything about this. So if we get hit up with stuff after this, like, hey, how did you find this out? I'm speculating. But with how much that StockX innovates and they're pushing the boundaries and they're just doing things in a really fast-paced, futuristic way, that's one of them. I think live selling would be very interesting to see from them.
And having all that inventory tied into the same platform would be so nice because when I did the one whatnot stream, I had to go into every single, like look up all 30, 40 shoes on StockX, kind of have a general idea of what they go for. I sold them all for like below ask, below retail, below like anything for the most part. But having that little tag there that just says last sale, this would be so much easier. I'd be doing that.
I wonder they could even open it up. Now we're just speculating. Now we're just having fun here, but they could even open it up to start it with new only shoes, and they have to get shipped through their verification service as well. That would be a whole nother, like, that gets rid of third-party verification like you have on Whatnot for especially like luxury goods and stuff. Like, you don't need to use, like, if they could completely have it in-house. And I know the buyer trust would be way more so because everything is done through StockX, a platform that people already know.
Speaking of buyer trust, how do you think, what do you think the perception of StockX is now? Because for the longest time, really the last like 2 years, it's kind of been slowly tanking. But I feel like recently it's been getting a lot better. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not seeing as many people talk about the negatives. Like, regardless, you're going to have people every time that come out of the woodwork saying, blah, scam, scam. Like, dude, I post a freaking eBay brand deal, and there's always 4 comments on them being like, never buy anything from eBay. They will scam you. It is never authentic.
Everyone's had a bad experience on every platform. Like, it happens. It's the third-party sellers. The platform, like eBay, has one of the best, like, buyer. If you have any issues 100%. With anything, they will back you up 100%. StockX, I feel like you get bad PR, you get good PR. They had a lot of bad PR with Nike suing them, the fakes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's moved on. I don't see any problem with it. I've remained using StockX throughout that. I think it's the best UI on any platform. I think GOAT's probably number 2 just because it's mainly streetwear, and then eBay is number 3. But I like getting steals on eBay. I personally list my stuff on eBay because I like how you can put actual product images and it's a separate listing, not built into. So there's pros and cons to everything. StockX just remains to push the envelope. So I'm excited to see what they do.
It's cool to see. Nice little rebrand going on right now. It's fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
All right. More boots. Tyler, the Creator. And Converse head outside with the 1908 Bronco boot. Ooh.
These look good, dude. It's kind of funny because last week you were talking about how more brands need to come out with boots, like sneaker brands and boots, because, like, why not come out with some more fall, winter shoes that aren't just basic? And these actually look good. You still got that, like, iconic Converse toe cap style, but on a nice leather suede boot. I like these. I think every color looks good, actually.
These are sick. I like that green, the brown.
Yeah.
The one thing about boots that I really, really look for always is the inside sock liner, if that's premium. And I'm seeing a really nice plush premium leather on the inside, which is going to keep you so warm. So
yeah,
these are sick. I would love to get a pair of these to rock. I might be looking to get a pair, as in buy a pair, because these look really nice. Really, really nice.
I need to look them out.
Well done, Converse.
They were selling too, which, I mean, everything Tyler does sells.
Are they currently for sale?
Cool.
They are currently for sale.
Yep.
Oh, well, here you go.
Let's see. And I think like the yellow pair is a Converse exclusive. There's a few other colorways. Let's see. The green pair is still in stock in my size.
All right, I'm looking at them right here. Green pair, 1908. That's an exclusive. That is sold out. Bummer.
Boo.
What about the brown pair? Was kind of my number 2. Sold out. Completely sold out.
Dang.
Black
I did
pair,
have someone Tyler's website
completely
too.
sold out. Bummer.
Wow. I bet you some boutiques got him in.
Yellow pair. I wouldn't wear this yellow pair, even though it isn't my size.
I wouldn't
I'm not
either.
a fan of it, but
like,
cool to see.
Cool.
Yeah, that's funny. We were just talking about that, and now, hey, won't you know?
I like it, dude. Yeah. I got to do some digging. Maybe pick up a pair too. Not bad.
This is one that I kind of just scrolled past, and then I saw you put it in here, and it's one of those that, like, I feel like like certain stuff I initially see, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna see, like, you see it like 4 or 5 times, and you just scroll by, and you're like, oh, this isn't very interesting, and then it's like, wait a second, this was a Kith this is like an actual like thing we need to talk about. Kith Air Max 95. Dropping in kid sizes, dropping in full sizes. It was JLP and Ronnie were at the Knicks game, kind of debuted these. Pretty cool. Subtle rollout. Not a whole lot to him. The jacket he was wearing was super cool. It's basically on Air Max 95, obviously, but then the 3 waves that you have in it, inside of it, we have Kith imprinted into it. And then it's got an orange upper, kind of Knicks colors. Pretty clean.
It's clean. Just to me, it's kind of boring. And a lot of the comments were saying the same. Like one of the top comments was KO just being like, boo. I was like, oh, dang. Yikes.
That's why I scrolled by it a few times. Like it just wasn't one that I was like, ooh, this is sick. But it's really well executed. Yeah. And I say like the orange and blue, I'm not a huge fan of as I'm wearing an orange and blue Mets hat. But I just like it's not. Like the orange and blue feels inferior here. Like if they just did all monotone colors, it would be really clean.
Yeah, but it's a great piece to have in like your resume for Ronnie. Mm-hmm. Like it's cool to say you've done a 95. That's
cool.
I mean,
that's cool.
It's about it.
Not a whole lot there. Okay, this is the first time I've seen this. The Air Jordan 11 China. Wow, these look premium. Yeah.
This is the first time I'm actually looking at it too.
Wow, these look sick, dude. So it's basically the patent leather looks like a premium leather that you would see on a couch, almost. Like we have satin as a sock liner. We have a crazy beaded, embroidered upper. Almost looks like some Native American art. Like it's hard to Chinese art, I guess, because it's the China Jordan 11. The insole looks, or the inside tongue tag looks really nice. Yeah, look at how nice that looks. Wow,
that's crazy. It's a cool shoe, right?
Gold box. I gotta get a pair of these.
I'm impressed. It's really giving me clot vibes with the bead work on the side. Just what they've been doing.
1,000%.
This literally
sometime
looks like
in December. Only available select local retailers. I'm assuming local, as in.
I'm sure it
says going global above. So.
I mean, it would be nice to see a global release, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did like what they do with the Jordan 1, the Zanwu, like that $350 all leather Jordan 1.
You're right.
Something like that, where it's a China.
Do you still have those?
Negative. I
had to ask.
Yeah, of course. But
yeah,
these look
sick. These look really cool. I'd love to review these. There's a lot to hit on with this one.
They're doing a lot with the Jordan 11 this year, which is kind of cool to see. We never see that. It's only retros.
You know what's interesting? I watched I think it was a Bloomberg or Forbes. It was like a 7-minute YouTube with Elliot, the CEO of Nike. And they're basically talking about like what his new moves were. It was on YouTube for anyone that's interested, but basically talking about like what his plans are. And they basically said that they're done releasing Jordan 1s, Dunks, and Air Forces like in large scale because they have way too much stock of them. That's why they've gone on sale. They're not selling. Yeah. They're sitting. They're like, we just need to put this on the shelf for a few years. And so I feel like that's why we're getting some Jordan 11s. We're getting some different things. Over the next couple of years, I think it's going to be a lot different of a variety of shoes. I would love to see more Jordan 5s, more Jordan 6s, in like new SKUs, not retros, new stuff like this. Yeah. So,
well, it's what they need. It's getting so washed. Like, I mean, you have to think most
of
the people,
which is good. I'm glad they know it.
Most of the people that are into sneakers now got into it during and around COVID, which was height of Jordan 1, Dunk, all that stuff. Like, and it's just so overplayed. Like, they gotta start switching it up. And I mean, like, dude, everyone's had a pair of Jordan 1s and Dunks at this point. And I guarantee you the Dunks and Jordan 1s they're buying aren't the good ones. So they probably aren't going
that's what
to buy a
that's what
second pair.
stock they're sitting on. That's what he was talking about. So
yeah, you get a pair of GR Dunks and you're like, oh, like the way the leather crinkles, the way they are not comfortable, like most people probably aren't going to go in for a second and third pair, which is kind of, what we're seeing. It's overplayed. So good on Elliott, good on Nike. Really excited to see just what the brand looks like in the next 2-3 years with what they're pushing out.
I agree. One of your favorite brands up there, New Balance 991 V2. Collab with up there on the New Balance 991 V2. Inspos from the early 2000s. This is my first time seeing these. These are sick. These are super, super sick.
They look really... I have a pair that's actually arriving tomorrow, I believe, from them. It's inspired by I can't remember the name of the model. It might be like the 1500, one of those that looks like a 574, but it had this almost identical color blocking black with a carbon fiber-ish midfoot panel. And they basically just remade that shoe on a 991 V2, slapped some up there and Australian-themed branding on it, and they made it look really good. You have the plus 61 on the side, which I'm assuming is an area code out there. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody really break it down. And then the made in England on the tongue is bright green, up there green, and flipped upside down, which that to me, I'm like, yeah, that's fire. That's cool. But yeah, one of my favorite
These are really
models from New Balance. I actually wore a pair of 991 V2s today because we went to breakfast this morning. I love them. They're expensive. That's the only thing, but they did a good job with these. Really excited. Really excited.
These are cool.
Check them out.
I like these a lot. I'm a huge, huge fan of the green. It's very subtle what the changes that they did, but the carbon fiber, cool, the plus 61, and then the green. That green is the perfect green.
Yeah. Like,
love it.
It's not doing too much, which I love. And honestly, like their past 2-3 collaborations with New Balance and Asics have all been like just straight up hits. Straight up hits. Because last year they did the really loud 860 V2 that was like the brown, pink, and green. So this one takes it, a little more subtle, a little more easy to wear. I like it. More like this. More like this.
I like this.
When did they come out? I think it's Black Friday. I think this is their Black Friday shoe.
$275 USD. Wow.
Oh, I read the AUD first, which was $420, and I was like, $420?
$275. So they're probably going to be before shipping. So these are probably shipping from. These are probably $350 out the door shipping from Australia.
That's crazy.
And you might get whacked with some tariffs too.
Yeah,
that's steep. But
that is steep.
They're clean, but that's steep. And this is another one that's probably going to be steep. JJJJound teases another New Balance 990 V4 collaboration. Spring 2026, kind of where it's set. It might be holiday 2025, but I would just assume spring. It looks like the Montreal pair of New Balances that dropped not too long ago. It's an all brown upper, white midsole, and then there's a hint of sail as well.
It's the exact same colorway they did on the 990 V3, the 991, the 990 V3, all the ones that they've done. Just their classic lighter brown, darker brown, black in, cream midsole, cream laces. I love these. I want them so bad. Dude, the 993s have been one of my most worn shoe this year. This exact colorway. I want them. I really want them. They're basic as hell, but it's what I love. It's what I love. I can't.
Cosmo's snoring behind me.
That's hilarious. Bro was sleeping so hard. He's like JJJJound, New Balance, snooze fest. Not
Definitely
for me.
Sleeping, thinking about turkeys or something in our yard. He's like freaking out. This is kind of a fun one. The Chipotle Air Force Ones. You might have seen these pop up. It was a Dornbecker freestyle program pair. It's a one of one. Unfortunately, I wish she's releasing to the public like Delta Forces, but pretty clean. Silver upper with some lime green elements, kind of like some guacamole lettuce vibes. The silver is kind of the top tin of the Chipotle bag or the box or whatever you want to call it. And then gum bottom, translucent, semi-translucent with Chipotle for life. Or Chipotle is
That's
my
fire.
life on the outsole.
Chipotle
these are,
is my life is so funny.
Yeah, same, bro.
I love it. I literally am probably going to get
These are
Chipotle
fun.
whenever we're done recording this. So I'm hyped,
you know what? I love Chipotle. I've been a little knocked off of it just because it's getting expensive, man. Like,
yeah,
hate to be one of those guys, but like it's getting expensive. Like, I just made some egg burritos for like $1, and they were really good. And it's like Chipotle is like $14 now. It's like
that's
valid. I remember the $6.75 days when it was $6.75 for a bowl. Bring me back, and I hate being one of those guys. Like, hear it all the time. Inflation's crazy, blah blah blah. Everything's, but it's like
it is.
It hurts a little bit every time you go. It's like, this is kind of getting a little expensive. Like, you can go to like a Chili's or an Applebee's and like sit down and eat a meal for like 2 for $12 or whatever. It's like, or I don't know.
That's true though. You're not
I haven't
wrong.
been as hot on Chipotle, but these Air Forces are pretty dope, I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm hotter than ever. They opened one up right across from my gym. So I've been going at least once a week just to like,
Yep.
Making up for lost time now that it's super close to me.
Yeah. Fair enough. This is also one that I saw pop up. I don't know why I said it like that. Pop up. Lionel Messi. I saw him wearing a pair. I think there was a pink pair. It's basically another 3D printed Adidas pair. It's the budget version of the Climacool called the Pure Chill Runner. I don't know if these are 3D printed. They don't look like it. Proof. 3D printed.
Other version of this shoe.
Up top, we know that 3D printed define EVA foam construction. So yeah, they're not 3D printed. But they basically wanted to give you that same feel for a cheaper price tag. I'd like to find out. $75. So
it's not terrible, honestly. It depends. Like if they're as comfortable as like the Nike, Rejuvenates, I think this is kind of cool. I don't know. It makes sense because the shape of the 3D printed Climacools is pretty solid. Like, not that crazy, but something about these. It looks good, but also I think it's kind of like corny looking. It's not my favorite.
I just don't wear foam shoes like at all. I don't.
Yeah.
So it's not
I would
bad.
never wear them out. That would be my around the house, around the office shoe. But
this is the forever around the house, the Uggs.
I'm too hooked on the Zellerfelds. Apothecary Zellerfeld, baby.
I like those too, but now it's currently
that's fair.
43 degrees right now. And the basement, like, it's a little colder than upstairs where I work. So I gotta have something with a little fur lined. Zellerfeld, drop a little fur lined slide. You could sell the fur line separately, but like an insert, like the Crocs ones, that would be that's what we need.
That could be so cool. Bro, for context, it is still 74 degrees here. Insane.
Right, you can F off because that's ridiculous.
Flex all you want.
All right, so we got a couple of just fun articles here before we get to the complex best sneakers of 2021. I always like to just kind of talk about other stuff that like piques my interest and your interest throughout the week. This is sneaker related. Michael Jordan's game worn Jordan 1 from the iconic rivalry Pistons matchup with the double lacing sold for $205 this past weekend.
$205,000.
$205,000. Did I say 205?
Yeah, you did.
205,000. These were worn on October 26, 1985. And the Bad Boy Pistons, great matchup. Dual signed, dual laces, super sick.
That's cool. Like that's a very cool pair of sneakers. I don't think I would spend $205,000 on them, but it's pretty cool.
You know what? In terms of like all-time sports memorabilia, if I had a lot of money, there's like people buy artwork, people buy a pair of game worn Jordan 1 Chicago's. I feel like that is peak, or a game worn Michael Jordan jersey, like a Bulls jersey. I feel like that is like the peak sports memorabilia. I can't like Tiger Woods putter would be like up there. This like a game worn Jordan 1 Chicago from V-Man himself would be the coolest thing ever.
It's fire. And like that's really cool to have.
So kind of cool in there. We talked about this before we started recording. Mason Margiela. Shout out to them also. I got a little fragrance from them. Little fireplace.
That's my favorite cologne. I use the
really
beach walk.
It's very good. Them. It smells very good. They did a little Timex collaboration. They put their iconic like calendar with the 6 in the circle kind of bolded on it. Seth, you said you were looking at this.
I actually was. I was scrolling through Instagram last night. I don't know. I think we were like out at dinner and we were just talking, and this popped up on either my timeline or Anna's timeline, and I was like, "Oh, I need that." It's like $250, so like not terrible for a Margiela sort of watch. I mean, I love the kind of cheap little watches. I use a Casio that's very similar to this. Oh, that they also have a ring. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen the ring. The ring's been pretty viral. It's a little gold ring.
I would love that actually.
It looks like it tells time too.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would actually really go for this. I think it's super sick. One thing I didn't realize until recently, so their logo, that's like the calendar 01 through 23. Each number is a different. It's like a different sub. I'm probably going to butcher this, but like category of the brand. Like lifestyle is number 6. Menswear
We've talked
is
about
like
this
number
before.
2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always forget it. It's kind of like the way Bloody Sunday does it, where everything's like in the SKU, and it's very cool.
Exactly. It's pretty sick, but cool Timex watch. I want it.
Another watch that dropped yesterday, Seamaster Planet Ocean from Omega. They just updated it. I'm just really into watches right now, so I figured this would be kind of cool to talk about super quick. They got rid of the helium escape valve. That was kind of a big thing people didn't like, and they made it a lot more squared off. I think it's a pretty good looking watch.
It is, dude. The edges, just like
the
sides.
It's very like industrial looking, all orange. They have a couple different colors ways with it as well. $8,900 retail. Will not be picking one up, but kind of cool.
Let me see it without a rubber band. Let's see what this. Oh, I like that.
It's not bad. It's got a different. Yeah, it's a different steel band than like what they typically do than what I have. Which I think I'm gonna get a rubber band for mine just because I don't know, mix it up. But
you should, yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
We were talking about that.
Another fun one before we get to the list. Analog 3D. They finally dropped their N64 version. So now you can play N64 games in 4K and have it look aesthetically pleasing on your table as well.
That's so cool. Like, actually, that's so fire. That'd be so cool to just have in the living room for when you have friends over.
After 2 years of several false starts, their highly anticipated Nintendo 64 Analog 3D has made it to the market. Pre-orders open today.
That's crazy.
4K 60. Yeah, that's really cool.
What's the pricing? Do they say for pre-orders?
I think it's like $200 or $300. I was just kind of looking at their website. Let me pull it up.
That's not bad.
Future is here. $250. Not terrible.
That's really not bad. No.
It's very similar to their Game Boy.
Yeah. Speaking of consoles, did you see the new what's the one that Steam is coming out with? Yeah. What do you think about that? It's like a
I watched Joe's video
PC
on it.
build.
It looks sick. I've never been a PC gamer. I've always been an Xbox or PlayStation. I've kind of gone back and forth every other generation or whatever. But there's always so many cool Steam games that I've always wanted to play. So if it's like $500, I
I'm
can
kind
maybe
of
get one.
thinking about it.
I'm still
you
too
know?
addicted to my Xbox. So I don't know if I need it, but
Like the thing is, like, I don't know if you're able to actually like get inside of it and upgrade all the hardware. Like that's the biggest downside because I have an Xbox Series S, and I'm like, there's times when I'm like, I can kind of tell this thing is not built.
Yeah,
Best.
they're
like,
still a little clunky. Like they're not. It doesn't run like a MacBook. Like a MacBook is kind of peak computing, I think, in terms of just ease of use and smooth. Like my M1 Max I'm using right now, 4 years old, it runs like butter. Like I feel like it's not clogged with a bunch of bloatware, and the Xbox feels a little clunky.
It's good.
So
it's good. Like it
great,
does what it's
but,
supposed to.
like,
but having the option to upgrade the graphics, like run it at max, do like performance, like actually being built for like FPS games, which is what I mainly play. Like I think that would be cool.
I agree.
I think that would be really interesting. So I may look into that a little bit more. May have to make some phone calls.
Yeah. Last list here. Last thing we'll talk about, the best sneakers of the 21st century so far from the Complex team. They posted this on November 13th. Let's rip through it.
I'm interested. I breezed through like the first few earlier.
Okay, I've not looked at it. So there's 25, so we don't have to go super in depth on it. But number 25, the Nike Hyperdunk. I agree.
Iconic.
Yep, I agree. Number 24, the New Balance 990. Sure.
I like it. I hope there's other New Balances on the list, but I kind of
There definitely will be.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, number 23, the Louis Vuitton Air Force One. I agree. That was two major brands collabing.
It was. Yeah. You're right. In my head, initially, I was like, no. But, yeah. Two
kings of industries. Yep.
It just makes sense.
Number 22, the Bapesta. I agree. That's one we reference all the time. It's a huge one.
Yeah.
A lot of culture behind it. Number 21, the Off-White Air Presto.
That's kind of crazy. This was my favorite out of the original 10. So for me, yeah, 100% I get that.
Was a grail. Yep.
Yeah. What year? Let's say the year all these came out too, because I think they have it listed.
These were September 2017.
Not bad.
Number 20, the Ben & Jerry SBs.
These had people in a chokehold, dude. The amount of fakes. I think I see a fake pair of these still to this day, like at least once a month out and about.
Yep.
They came out in 2020. The height of the hype. That makes sense.
Kobe 6 Grinches. These could be higher. 19.
I would agree with that. Number
2 different versions. There was a 2010 and then there was like a 2023, I think it was. Yeah. That they retroed it. This is arguably the greatest basketball shoe of all time. So
valid.
18, the Nike Roshi. Originally came out in 2012. I agree.
God, I love that shoe. That's one of those. Another chokehold shoe. You saw them everywhere. 17.
Yeah. Adidas Ultra Boost. I feel like the last couple could have been like top 10, but
yeah.
Adidas Ultra Boost number 17, best, March 2015. Yeah, this is one that transcended sneakers. This was like mainstream.
Arguably still one of my top 10 of all time. Like, they're just so comfy. So comfy.
Tom Sachs Mars Yard, not number 16. The last two could have been above this for sure. 2012.
Yeah, I'm saying higher than the Roshis and Ultra Boost. No one could even close. Get this shoe.
That's terrible. There's some that should be on this list, and I don't fault them, but I'm not validating you. No, this is not number 16. This is not even a top 25.
No, yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, watching some of the documentaries and seeing all the work he put into like creating the shoe
still
as
doesn't
the
matter. It
shoe.
didn't break out of the shoe world like the Roshis.
Exactly.
Or and even the Bapestas. Like the Bapestas were global.
Yeah. That could be 25 and I'd be like, okay.
Yep. But, okay, here we go. Here's the man. Travis Scott, Jordan 1 Low, the Mochas. These came out in 2019.
See, that's kind of interesting.
Best Jordan 1 Low from him.
I agree. I definitely agree. But this being number 15, I'm almost positive the highs are going to be on this list too. So you're gonna put the lows lower on the list than the highs?
Do you either like the lows a lot better or you like the highs better? Like the people that were like the lows had like a cult following, this original mocha pair.
Yeah. They also just haven't released many of the highs. But to me, all day, every day, lows over
I would
highs.
still love to get a pair of these. That's still on the hit list.
Same, dude.
The Nike Mag number 14 came out in 2011, and then there was a 2016 pair as well, the auto lacing version. Yeah, this is like a grail of all grails for a lot of people.
I do agree. It's just, it kind of feels weird having sneakers like this on this type of list where it's like no one and their mom could ever get them.
Sneakers of the century, not necessarily
like, you know,
wearable shoe of the year.
Or shoes that people actually wore this century.
Hey, Giancarlo Blazner, he's got multiple pairs, one into the ground.
Fair.
This is one that created a culture crossover culture, while more white whale, more Moby Dick. Like, yeah, I mean, this is the eBay exclusive self-lacing tech, limited to 1,500 pairs, raised $9.4 million for parking. Yeah, I mean, this is just one that was like, for me, like, get a pair of my size is still like someday, but
yeah, but yeah, same page.
Very cool.
Same page. We get it.
The Yeezy 1, number 13, 2009. Sure.
I can kind of see it. I mean, it did shape, honestly, like the footwear scene still to this day. Like, so many people take inspiration from this, the Yeezy 2s, like everything Kanye touches. So I get it. Valid.
Yep.
What was retail on those back in the day? 2 something. Scroll down a little bit.
215.
215. That's a lot in 2009. I mean, that's a lot today, but
yeah.
Sheesh.
Sean Witherspoon, number 12, the Air Max 97s.
That's interesting. That's a really interesting one to put at 12. That is, I mean, it's another shoe that kind of surprisingly transcended over to mainstream. Although they weren't super available, I've seen so many fakes of these too, which is kind of crazy. They really
I've
bring these back. Like,
purchased fakes of these on accident. So,
really?
Back in the reselling days, yep. Found a pair for like stupid steal price on Mercari when I was reselling like 5 years ago. Like,
yeah,
nope, they were fakes. But yeah,
Damn.
this is one that was huge.
Still
put him on the map. I mean, it was basically a design competition for those that don't know, and he won the design competition and got to make it. And he was basically like a Phil from Adidas, and owner of a skate shop, and like got to design one, and his design won, and then it blew up, and Sean Witherspoon because of it. So
that's wild.
It's pretty cool. There's a cool documentary on YouTube about it. So
insane.
Number 11, Easy Boost 350. Sure, I agree.
I could see it being a little higher, honestly.
June 2015. Yep.
There's still people wearing those to this day.
Number 10. All right. We got the SB Dunk Low Pigeons. Yep. This is one that iconic New York Times article. Grail of all grails. 150 pairs. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It did a lot.
Ooh. The LeBron 8 South Beach from number 9.
Yeah.
This could be top 25, not number 9.
I don't know. Like, when they came out, they were everywhere, especially on just like sneaker Reddit. Like,
yeah,
people were all about them. I could see it maybe like around 15. 9
top
feels,
10 though seems a little steep.
Yeah. If you're like a OG sneakerhead, I could see you putting this where it is.
Fair enough.
You know.
Number 8, Galaxy Foamposite. Sure, I agree.
Yeah.
No complaints there. These came
what
out
was original
in
release?
2012.
Yeah. Not bad.
Number 7,
Not bad.
Easy Boost 700 Wave Runner. 2017.
I feel like I'd swap the 350s for these, but I mean, I agree. I think the 700 looks way better, and that's like my preferred shoe. But
I would 100% swap those. That's perfect take.
Yeah. Cool.
Travis Scott, Jordan 1 highs, the Mochas, number 6. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
I had a pair like 4 or 5 years ago, and I paid like $900 for them, and it was like, I cannot afford to keep these, so I sold them. But that was like one of my first Instagram photo pictures I posted.
That's
kinda
fire.
Cool.
I really want a pair, dude. I really want a pair, but it's one of those, and I'm like, I'm never gonna. I'd just be nervous to wear them because it's that kind of shoe.
I wore my Mocha 1s into the ground, so
yeah. It kind of gives you the same general feeling, but
May 2019.
Wow.
Top 5 Jordan 11 Space Jam. Came out in December 2000, so just sneaking in.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Definitely early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Top 5 he's a little steep. Like, I feel like the Roshi era was
bigger.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just because we lived through that era, and it, like, you know.
I wasn't even born. I was born February 2001, so I was not born
valid
on this one.
Valid.
So. Number
That
4, the
makes sense.
undefeated Jordan 4. No shot.
Really?
2005. No shot, dude.
That's crazy to me.
This is so recency biased because of the retros that just dropped.
That's so true. Because if they didn't, I don't think this would be on the list.
This would be maybe a top 25. This is not a no. I mean, I think the Travis Scott Jordan 4s were bigger.
Yeah, but it was the first ever like Jordan brand collaboration. So I get it
Fair.
from that perspective to be like, this is a big moment. But for only like a handful of shoes to release, what's it say? 72 pairs. Like, I mean, come on. Disagree.
Number 3, Tiffany SB Dunk Lows. Sure. 2005.
I mean, if you're listening, I'm just shrugging my shoulders. Like, okay.
I mean, this is like the SB. Like, this is the one.
Yeah, it is. For the longest time, like, that was Nike SB in my head. Like, not even really being into Nike SB. That's what it was. And I remember that so vividly.
Price $65. That's crazy.
Damn. Oh, that's wild. How times have changed.
The Off-White Jordan 1 Chicago, number 2. Yup, I agree. This is still a grail for me.
I get
this
it.
list is making me like want to go like start hunting for these now.
I know. I'm like, oh no,
we should not have done this today. Man. I need some Mocha highs. Like, I need some Off-White Chicago. Like, this is one of those that I've wanted for so long, dude. And the Euros I've wanted for so long too, but those are coming back. So it's like,
yeah,
this one I need, man. This is so iconic.
What do they go for? What are they? What, like $5,000?
Seth, we do have Christmas coming up here. Jordan,
one pair of Off-White
Chicago. Let me look. 2017, these came out. Brand new pairs, $3,500. Used pairs, not much of a discount. If you want to get a pair that's not like beat to the ground, a couple grand. Still up there, man.
I mean, if I'm being honest, that's not as high as I thought it was gonna
right when he
be,
passed, they shot up to like 10 grand.
Yeah.
They're considered vintage on GOAT.
Really?
Wow. It says the new pairs are new/vintage. Huh.
Well, because they, like, the oxidization or whatever, like, they age without even being worn. Like, they start to yellow. So I assume
a fresh pair of these would be so sick to have.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Travis Scott Jordan 1 highs, size 9.5, 1,100. Size 11, $1,045. That's
For a
not
new pair?
as bad. Yeah. On
Oh.
StockX. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's a lot of money for a pair of shoes. Don't get me wrong, but
It's
that's
a ton
more
of
money than I think
but
I've ever paid for a pair of shoes. But
I might have to sneak this into your existence. After the year you've had this year, you might have to buy yourself a sick grail at the end of the year. Like, could be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
You got room on that
actually.
shelf.
I definitely do. And I definitely have pairs that I need to sell. I'm looking at two right now that I could get a lot of money for.
Exactly.
That aren't even my size.
The Pokemon Mewtwo's I just listed on eBay for $4,000.
But that's what they go for. That's what they go for.
It's the most watches and views I've ever had on a listing on eBay. I'm not kidding.
No shot. Really?
It's absolutely ridiculous. Yep.
God.
And that was one that everyone was sitting in line for the jellyfishes, which are on eBay as well for like $900. But like the Pokemon Mewtwo's, like I have multiple videos coming out as well. But like, dude, the Pokemon collectors are crazy. There was a pair that sold for a little under $5,000 already, which is nuts.
Wow.
So, all right, we've blue balls do enough. We got the number one pair of the century. It's gotta did you look already?
No.
Okay. It's gotta be.
What would it be?
It's gotta be just the regular Jordan 1 Chicago.
I would think.
Oh. Easy 2 Red October. Fair enough. This and this are hand in hand for like the most hype shoes. This could be a toss up for a tied for a 1-1. Yep. The Off-White Chicago's and the Easy 2 Red October.
Man. Oof.
I agree.
Octobers. That's crazy.
2014, February.
I remember when they dropped, bro. Oh my God. That was pandemonium.
That's a good list. That was better than some of the other lists. So
it was just
there was a few questionables, but not bad.
It just depends on like the criteria, how you're gonna do it, because a lot of those were very like sub 1,000 pairs, and that to me, I'm like, I don't know, but I like that.
Very good.
I like that. So when are we gonna do our list? End of the year?
We should probably set a date.
We'll probably have to do it because the past few years we've had to do it in 2 parts.
We gotta
do like part 1.
I say first week of December and second week of December.
I think that would be good. Dude, and there's still like shoes coming out that I'm
like at that date, it's not October. Like we'll still have we'll have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like we'll know.
I think that'll be good. I have a pretty loose idea of what my list is going to
look
like.
Not next week's episode, but the following episode will be our part 1 of top sneakers and shoes of the year. And we're going to kind of look at the format that we did last year and probably mimic it of some sorts. So
one thing I really want to do, maybe we can do this after our list, is hit up Brennan Dunn, because when we had him on, he said he could give us a ton of data from the back ends of like StockX, talking about like the most purchased shoes, the most like expensive shoes that have been traded, like just give us a ton of data. And I don't know about you, I think that would be really interesting to just like dive into the top 10 most sold shoes.
Yes.
Most profitable. I think it could be interesting. I got to hit him up about that, but
we can add some more elements to it. I like it. I like
what
it.
We can do.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Appreciate you as always, and we'll catch you next week. Peace out.
See you.